call him the Great One. He hosts Life, Liberty, and Levin, the #1 show, 8 p.m. Sunday night, right here on the Fox News Channel, also a syndicated radio host. And this Sunday, he has a very special guest, me, for the full hour. Great One. There's a lot of seriousness here, because when we really get to the heart of this, this is your wheelhouse. This is about the Constitution. Our framers and founders never imagined this.
Well, let's take a look at this. First of all, let's look at the committee chairman and the speaker. You have Pelosi, Schiff, and Nadler. What do they have in common? A lot of things. They talk about the rule of law. They come from sanctuary cities that nullify federal law, and they support that. They obstruct ICE and law enforcement. They reject our immigration laws, and now they're talking about the rule of law. They don't believe in the rule of law. The Constitution's the law of the land, not any of these potentates that run these committees, and not Nancy Pelosi. It's the president's duty to uphold the Constitution, not a rogue House where the Democrats are in control. Literally every president who crosses the House of Representatives in the future under the standardless procedures they have in place with abuse of power and obstruction of Congress is subject to potential impeachment if they don't bow to the will of the majority in the House of Representatives. First of all, obstruction of Congress, they say, right? Has the Senate done anything yet? So how's it obstruction of Congress? It's obstruction of a rogue faction of radical Democrats in the House of Representatives. Once they won the majority, they immediately ran for impeachment. The President of the United States has no obligation to them. Abuse of power they talk about. When the President of the United States, like every past president, even since George Washington, has fought to protect the office of the presidency against a Congress that is out of control, that demands his innermost information from his innermost witnesses, individuals who report to him. And he goes to court, and they say that's obstruction. Let me tell you something. Every past president who would be subject to impeachment under the current articles being debated in the House of Representatives, John Adams would be impeached. He shut down newspapers, he imprisoned reporters. Abraham Lincoln would be impeached. He shut down 300 newspapers. He imprisoned reporters. Thomas Jefferson would be impeached. The Louisiana Purchase without budget approval from the Congress. Woodrow Wilson would be impeached. He resegregated the civil service, and he put political opponents and reporters in prison. He would be impeached. The great FDR would be impeached. Internment of Japanese Americans, Italian Americans, German Americans, took their property, took their homes, used the Internal Revenue Service against the Philadelphia Inquirer owner, against the Gannett owner, used the IRS against his political opponents like Huey Long. FDR would be impeached 25 times. John Kennedy would be impeached. Used the IRS and the FBI against his political opponents, leaked information against them. Lyndon Johnson would be impeached. Used the IRS, the FBI, and the CIA to tap into his political opponents and into civil rights leaders, and by the way, became a multimillionaire while he was a senator. We'd have a lot of impeachment going on under these bogus rules that this rogue House Democrat leadership has put in place. Let's look at the history of the Democrat Party. It's an ugly history with some gaps of goodness. The party of slavery, the party of segregation, the party of Jim Crow. And when the Democrat Party does what it does like that, it needs to be slammed down. And it needs to be slammed down now. The next Democrat president of the United States must be impeached. Not to get even, not because we're at their low level, because the Republicans can't live under one constitution when the Democrats live under another constitution. And it's the only way we're going to stop them. One party can't be allowed to abuse the Constitution, yet wave it around, while the other party sits there and takes it. The Democrat Party must be slammed down. The next Democrat president, if they vote for impeachment against President Donald Trump, must be impeached. And we have the blueprint. It's the Pelosi project. She even said today, we've been at this for 22 months, for 2 years. What do you mean we're being fast here? We have the plan. Endless unconstitutional subpoenas. No resort to judicial review. No due process. Accusers are protected from scrutiny. Phone calls of foreign leaders must be released. The president's closest advisors must testify. Tax returns, business records, bank records, business associates, all subject to congressional access, and demand the appointment of a special counsel. That's the Pelosi project. It must become the Republican project when there is a Democrat president. One other thing. Look at this damn thing. This is 500 pages. This is the Mueller report. It took him 500 pages to say the President of the United States is an innocent man who didn't commit any crimes. 500 pages, 2.5 years, $40 million. That's that. Now we have another one that's 500 pages long. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? This is an Inspector General report that says what? That says the Obama administration, you listening, Mr. Holder? The Obama administration spied on the Trump campaign, tampered with evidence, repeatedly lied to a federal court, the FISA court, to get bogus warrants 4 times renewed, used a dossier paid for by the Clinton campaign and the DNC that they knew was bogus, and that they used all of this, lies and crimes, to get this, a special counsel report that says your President of the United States is an innocent man. Donald Trump is upholding the Constitution. Donald Trump is the victim. It is the members of the House of Representatives, the Democrats. They're the ones who need to be impeached. That's it.
Great one. Thank you.